On the couch, we gon' talk about it. Danni Gyrl, pull up, sit down, yeah. Kick your shoes off, lean back, tell truth. We've all got scars, we've all been bruised. Feels too high, y'all feel small. Heart been broke, you still stand tall. Hey. From the crib to the car, you've been carrying weight. You ain't crazy, you're tired. You're allowed to be late. The space here, yeah, is made for that. Real life, real love, real ugly facts. Couch conversation, nothing's off limits. Say what you're scared to say. We gon' live it. Real people, real pain, and real elevation. On the couch with Danni Gyrl, we talk transformation. On the couch with Danni Gyrl, we talk transformation. Yeah. Talk faith, talk fear, talk wins, talk shame. Talk I left, talk I stayed. Talk I heal slow, talk I still bleed. Talk I forget them, talk what about me? We laugh in the mess, we cried and we clapped. You still here, that's the victory lap. From the hurt to the hope, we connect those dots. You're not what you did, you more than your loss. Couch conversation, nothing's off limits. Say what you're scared to say. We gon' live it. Real people, real pain, and real elevation. On the couch with Danni Gyrl, we talk transformation. On the couch with Danni Gyrl, we talk transformation. If you feel alone, you can pull up too. Your story got power, let it come through. What you survive might save somebody else. Speak that truth, heal your own scars. Conversation, nothing's off limits. Say what you're scared to say. We gon' live it. Real people, real pain, and real elevation. On the couch with Danni Gyrl, we talk transformation. On the couch with Danni Gyrl, we talk transformation.
Welcome to the show, y'all. I am your favorite talk show host, Danni Gyrl. Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Couch Conversations. I was trying to make sure that the microphone was on. I know y'all was probably trying to see what I was doing, but I was trying to make sure the microphone was on. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We have a good conversation for y'all tonight. We're going to be talking about starting over after a setback. Um, Before I get into the conversation tonight, first of all, I want to light my candle. And let me find my lighter. Y'all know I love my candles, and I forgot to light it before the show. Usually I try to remember, but I forgot to light it before the show. This is Jamaican Me Caribbean. Oh, it don't want to light right now. What did I do to it? Oh, there we go. Jamaican Me Caribbean from So Blessed Creations. Y'all know I love to have my scents going while Couch Conversations is on. Shout out to So Blessed Creations, Apostle Shaquan Huggins. They have scents available, warm and cozy scents, fresh and floral scents, fruity and sweet scents, clean and refreshing scents, fresh and floral scents, luxury and seasonal scents. There's the number on the bottom. You can call. If this goes by too fast, feel free to run it back one time after the show is over on YouTube and get the information. But they really do smell good. Those are the three that I have that are right there: the warm apple pie, the Jamaican Me Caribbean, and the Hawaiian coconut vanilla latte. All of them smell good. And yes, I really, really love the way they smell. So shout out to Apostle Huggins. And I have them all sitting right here. You just can't see all of them. But I'm really into my candles and my scents. Um, Shout out to Maurice, Miss Jerry, and Little Sis Champagne. Thank y'all for tuning in. And anybody else that's tuning in, thank you as well. I just see that they commented. Um, so like I was saying, tonight's show is going to be about starting over after Setback. Oh, one more thing. My birthday is coming up, y'all, November the 4th. But I will be having a event on November the 7th. It will be at my house. Somebody asked me, was it formal? It's not formal per se, but the theme is to wear something that you've worn before and you probably won't wear again, i.e., bridesmaids dresses, dresses that you bought for the sneaker ball, um, dresses that you might have worn out for a night on the town or to an event like the BET Awards, or any type of thing like that. I want you to be able to wear your dress again. I want you to come out. I want you to feel comfortable in what you have on. I want you to be beautiful, to be handsome in what you have on. Yeah, but this is the opportunity to wear something that you probably won't wear again. So let me just show y'all the flyer for that real quick. The flyer has been changed. The original flyer said $30. The tickets are $20. It includes your dinner, your entry, and a couple drinks. And as you see, the dress code is upscale business casual, and it's free to the first 20 people that RSVP. After that, you got to pay $20. So I suggest if you come in that you RSVP real fast because people have already started RSVPing from St. Louis. So yeah, y'all gonna want to grab a ticket real fast. And um, shout out to my personal photographer slash videographer, Danni Gyrl, who will be back in town for my birthday party. So y'all make sure y'all look good, because if you know, Danni Gyrl be walking around sneaking pictures with the camera. Hi, Christina, my bestie. Thank y'all for tuning in again. And if you just tuning in, I am your favorite talk show host, the one and only Danni Gyrl. Before I get started, let me share this one time. It was a couple people asked me to share this with them, and I don't want to forget. I always forget, but I don't want to forget. Oh, shout out to my sister. She's not gonna be on tonight. She's on a cruise for her vacation. But shout out to her for my Danni Gyrl shirt. As y'all can see, she put my logo on my shirt for me. I forgot to bring my cup out, but she has me a cup as well with Danni Gyrl on it, as well as it's all about support. So I appreciate her. She be trying to keep me, together with my personalized drip, and I appreciate it. I'm trying to share it, and I'm on the wrong phone. Y'all just bear with me real quick. Your birthday is November 20th. Okay, okay. Come turn up with me. Come turn up with me. This is going to be really nice. I'm thinking about having a couple people perform. So y'all let me know if you would like to have like Asanati, who is an awesome R&B singer. I was thinking about having like Asanati and a couple R&B singers come out and perform. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Asanati is really dope. If y'all don't know, she used to be part of my roster and soon will be again. Um, yeah, I love her so much. She's just super dope. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do this real quick before I get all the way into this subject. I'm trying to make sure that I hit all the people I was supposed to hit. And I think I did. All right. So if you're watching me on YouTube, thank you as well. All right, I'm ready to get into the subject now. Now, tonight we are talking about, let me pull up my captions. I'm trying to find a way as well to show y'all comments on my captions. I'm going to have to figure that out. But we're talking about finding yourself after a setback, starting over. Um, Now, the reason that I chose this topic was because this is something that was personal to me. Y'all know I don't really talk much about my personal life unless it's about like my marriage or me dealing with a narcissist, and a couple other things that I've discussed on the show. I've been very open about my dating life on the show. But y'all know I don't really talk about a lot of my personal experiences and things that I've been through. So I wanted to open this subject up so that we could talk about it. And I would like to get y'all opinions on this, um, and y'all experiences as well. And make sure if you are still here at the end of the show that you tune in for Cash App games. I still don't know who won last week, so I didn't send no money out. I couldn't even get back to the beginning of the comments for some reason. So I apologize to whoever the winner was last week. I'm gonna try to keep up with the comments this week and see who the winner is. Okay. So a lot of people have started over for various reasons, whether it has been due to a setback, um, due to losing somebody and having to grieve in the process of starting over, whether it has been due to a divorce. It's different reasons that people have to start over. And rebuilding after a divorce is hard. I've talked about that a little bit on the show. Um, Rebuilding after losing a career is hard. Rebuilding after losing someone you love, or a business failed, addiction after church hurt, um, or just discovering that what you were doing in life isn't what you want to do and that you want to move a different direction. So it's hard to start over. And tonight we're going to talk about it. We're going to pretend like we're not going to pretend like everything is okay. We're going to heal. We're going to get through it. And I hope by the end of the show, everybody is in a good place. Y'all know I like to provide a safe space for conversations to happen. So I'm hoping by the end of the show that everybody is in a better place than what they came here in. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to drop them in the comments so I can see them. I'm trying to keep up with them, y'all. So if I happen to overlook your comment, please don't get upset. So this episode of Couch Conversations, we are going to explore what it means to start over and rebuild. And we're going to have an honest conversation about it. Because first of all, to start over and rebuild, you have to grieve. Um, you have to grieve whatever the old thing is that you lost, whether it be your career, your love, your loved one, your marriage, whatever it is. Hi, Tanya. You have to be able to grieve it and move forward. And there are different emotional stages of starting over. You have the denial stage, you have the anger stage, you have depression, you have acceptance, and you have growth. And one thing that a lot of people have to start over after is having their identity wrapped up in some type of title, whether it is in church, in a job, in a career path. Um, some people get wrapped up in the title of being married, being a husband or a wife, whatever it is. Sometimes your identity gets wrapped up in the title, and when that title is gone, you have to start over. I've been noticing a lot of quote unquote social media influencers. Oh, I just dropped my tablet. Social media influencers having these crash outs about starting over. They've done all these things on social media, they've made all this money, and then at the end of the day, they have to go back to a job. And sometimes it's hard. So, I'm getting text messages. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes it's hard for them to realize that that social media career is over and they have to go back to a job. And it's not easy for nobody to start over, because let me tell you, I've had to start over before. I've talked not in depth but briefly about when I came back from Vegas and how I had to start everything over completely. Um, One, I had been gone so long, I had really adjusted to not being here and really adjusted my life to being in Vegas. And as much as people say it's the same, it's totally different. Um, and coming back was like, I almost want to say a culture shock. Um, and then coming back, having to start completely over, literally from clothes to career to living situation, just starting over was a lot to deal with. Um, Literally, I was back probably 2 years before I accepted the fact that I was back. I was very much in denial that I had to be here, very much in denial that I wasn't going back to Vegas. But it literally took me when I started talking to my therapist, and my therapist started telling me, like, it doesn't sound like you're going back to Vegas, so you really gonna have to grieve the loss of whatever was there, from your belongings to your career to your house, your friends, whatever I was doing there. Like, I really had to sit down and grieve it. Um, I was angry about it. I was in denial about it. Um, it was just a lot. It was a lot to deal with. Arnita Denise Issa Pleasant. I'm sorry, y'all. It was just a lot to deal with. And yeah. And some ways to start over is really to recognize the part of your life that you're grieving, and be able to identify it and sit down and deal with it. Um, Another way is you have to stop comparing your life to other people's lives, especially the lives on social media. I've talked about this before on previous episodes, throughout various subjects. A lot of people that are on social media are not living the lives that they say they're living, from their relationships to their lifestyles. So we have to stop comparing our chapter one to somebody else's chapter 20. That's how I describe it to my son. I always tell my son, you might have started off in chapter three, and the person you looking at might have started off at chapter 10. So they already was 7 steps ahead of you. So we really have to stop comparing our lives to other people, especially the people on social media. Um, I believe it was the first or the second season of Couch Conversations. I was telling people to stop calling me and asking me for money. And I'm going to reiterate this again tonight, because I noticed it started again a few weeks ago. Um, the reason I say this is because I ain't broke, but I ain't got money to let people borrow. It's tight right now. Like, the economy is changing. It's tight. I got a new grandson. Like, it's a lot going on, and y'all calling me asking me to borrow money because y'all see stuff on social media, or y'all read stuff on social media that I post. And I don't exaggerate, I tell the truth. But like, if I got $5,000 or $10,000, that don't mean I necessarily have money to let everybody borrow $200 and $300 because y'all don't be calling me asking me to borrow like $20. Y'all be calling me asking me to borrow like $200, $300, $500, your rent money. Like, yo, I'm gonna need y'all to learn how to budget better and get it together. Like, if we doing like $20, $30, that's different. Um, I have occasions where I will ask people to borrow $20 or $30 because I know I can pay that back. I know if I borrow 100, I can pay it back, but I'm not gonna ask nobody to borrow $100. Um, but yeah, I don't really trip off of like $20 because if you ask me to borrow 10, 15, $20, I'm probably just gonna give it to you. Sometimes if you ask me to borrow 40, I'm just gonna give it to you. But y'all be calling me, asking me for the rent money. And like I ain't got it like that. I don't know what on my social media makes y'all think I have it like that. Like I got my one little chain. Okay, I got two. I got a smaller one than this. But I got my one little chain that it just took me 2 years to get. I got a couple diamonds on, but they're the same diamonds I've been wearing for the last however many years. Um, I got some new glasses, but I got them off the internet, so they was only like $60. Like, yeah, I'm a budgeter, y'all. I still shop at the clearance rack. If y'all don't know, I still go to the outlet mall. Like, I need y'all to know I'm still recovering from my own setback. And I know it's been a couple years, but when I was in Vegas, I didn't mind letting people borrow $200 or $300, and you could pay me back in payments or whatever, because like I low key had it like that. But yeah, y'all be hitting me in the middle of recession. It's recession going on, y'all. I just had to buy my grandson some shoes. Do y'all know how much little infant shoes are? They expensive. I didn't realize that. I've been out of touch. I ain't had a baby in 20 years. Um, so yeah, let me check these comments real quick. I'm trying to make sure I stay tapped in with the comments. Mm, okay, I haven't missed any. Okay, so let's talk about why do people fear starting over? And I thought this was a good place to go into with this topic because starting over creates the fear of the unknown. Um, you start wondering, what if it doesn't work? Or what if things get worse? What if I build and I fall again? And uncertainty can keep people stuck in situations that they have fully outgrown. Um, I just want to say I love my bestie, and I know she watching. And if y'all don't know who my bestie is, then that's on y'all because I talk about her all the time. She watches every week, and I'm always shouting her out for all the amazing shit she's done for my career. So, my bestie, like, we all went through a transition around the same time. And I feel like out of everybody that transitioned, she had it the worst. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad. And it was crazy to watch her transition because I was like listening to her, when we would talk and stuff. And I know she was going through it. But when her transition finished, I'm so proud of her. Like, it's been amazing watching her start over. And I know it was hard. I know it was hard. It's always hard to start over. It's always hard to go to a new location and start over. But girl, I'm proud of you because watching you start over and watching all the stuff that you and your family have done in the last few months, I am so proud of y'all. And I know that was one of the hardest things that you had to go to. I know it was. And when I transitioned, it was one of the hardest things I had to go through. And I appreciate you for sticking by me through it. I appreciate you. Because, honey, let me tell you, it was like my whole crew transitioned at one time. Like the whole crew went through a transition within maybe a year. And that was just so crazy. And like My assistant, she had to go through her starting over transition. I'm proud of her. Everybody seemed to have made it out. Like we all was praying for each other and trusting in God to get through, and we all made it through. You know, sometimes people don't make it through starting over. They don't know how to grieve and move on and um just keep pushing. They don't know how to keep pushing. And fear of the unknown will send you into a triggering situation. But I'm so proud of my bestie. She looked the unknown in the eyes and slayed the dragon. And I am so proud of her. I am so proud of her. I love you, girl. Fear of failure. And I'm gonna tell y'all that is my thing. I don't fear the unknown as far as like I'll pick up and move to another state and like with no plan and figure it out. I've done it several times. Now that I'm older, I'm trying not to do spontaneous stuff like that. But I have a big fear of failure. And I think that's what my problem was when I came back from Vegas. I went to Vegas confident that I was going to go out there and be successful at whatever I decided to jump into. And I feel that I was. Um, but that coming back and the fear of failure and failing to transition the way that I wanted to, and I'm an overthinker. I am so much of an overthinker that that's how we got to the block party. Like I didn't want to come back and have a long transition period and be stagnant because I was scared that if I was to slow down too much, I would fall into the abyss and lose my momentum. So that's how we got to the block party because it was something that I could put together really fast, really inexpensively at that time. Because right now the block party is kicking my ass, but really inexpensively, and it was something to keep my momentum going so that I would stay motivated because I have a big fear of failure. Like I overthink my events. I overplan my events because I want all my events to be successful. And there have been a couple times where I fell short of a successful event. And y'all don't know, I beat myself up over it for a long time. A long time. Oh, Christina, don't make me cry. I love you, girl. Tanya, I'm glad you got some confirmation tonight. This is what we here for. We are here to help people move into a positive space, and this is a safe place to do that. Um, so my question to the audience tonight is: have you ever avoided an opportunity because you were afraid of failing another time? And I can honestly say yes. I have avoided several opportunities because I was afraid to fail. Sometimes I am my own worst enemy. Honestly, sometimes I am my own worst enemy because I overthink so much. And I'm working it out in therapy, y'all. This is why I have a therapist to work all this stuff out. Um, Also, this is another thing: the fear of judgment. People worry about what others will think, and the fear of judgment will do you in every time, every time, every time. And I suffer from that too. The fear of judgment. I be feeling like everything I do is going to be criticized. It's going to be picked apart. Um, People gonna say it wasn't successful, or you know, somebody's gonna say I messed the whole thing up. I have a serious fear of judgment, and it's something that I'm working on slowly, um, and trying to get through. But yes, I have a serious fear of judgment. Um, And I think it really stood out to me the most when I was getting my divorce. When I was getting my divorce, I did not want anybody to be talking about how my marriage failed or anything like that. I didn't want any of that type of stuff. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to be a part of it. Um and I think that was the first time that I identified with the fear of judgment. Um I didn't want people to pick apart my marriage not working. It had only been 2 years since we had got married. And I'm sorry, y'all, my mouth is dry. I was very skeptical of getting a divorce because I didn't want people telling me like, I told you not to marry him in the first place, or I told y'all didn't need to get married, or all the things that I heard before we got married. I did not want to hear the I told you so's, any of those things. And it is that when I finally did get a divorce, I didn't even grieve it. I just kept moving. It took me years to grieve it. I just kept moving so fast. I just wanted to move on because I didn't want to look like I was sitting and sulking in the divorce. And yeah, um, I got to deal with my own issues. This is why I encourage a therapist and we encourage working on mental health, because these types of things are things that we don't talk about enough or discuss enough. Um, every time you start over, it takes a toll on you mentally. It really does. It takes a toll on you mentally because it does something to your nervous system. It puts you back in a place not only of your last setback, but it'll take you all the way back through all of the setbacks you had. And sometimes that's hard to deal with. Um, the thought of failing is hard to deal with. A lot of people have the fear of losing their identity. Um, Many people define themselves by their roles that they play in life, whether it be their career, their marriage, their ministry, their business, their financial status, whatever their title is. If that title disappears, if that role disappears, people begin to wonder, who am I now? And starting over often requires you to look within yourself and requires you to rebuild a new identity. Some people are not ready for that. And the reason being is because it starts from the inside. And you have to start on the inside to figure out who you are and what your next step is, what your next move is, and and try to figure it out. And a lot of people don't want to do the inner work. A lot of people have fear of letting go of a dream or a relationship, a certain version of themselves that they've created, or expectations that they've had for their life. One thing that I have let go of is my own expectations that I've had for my life. Um, I had a plan, so I thought, but Jagged Edge in one of their songs, they say God laughs at man's plans. Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. Hi, Denier. That is so true because usually when we make a plan to go down a straight path, it's never straight. It always has a hill or a trench, a valley, a ocean, a lake. It always has something that we have to cross on the way that we weren't expecting. So it's hard. It's hard to let go sometimes of your dreams, your relationships, your identities, your titles. It's very hard. But like I said earlier in the show, we have to learn to grieve these things and let go. Um, Sometimes it's hard when you know you have other people that you have to carry on your shoulders. So it becomes hard to um, think about starting over when you have to support a family. So thinking about finding a new job, going back to school, relocating, any of those types of things, when you have a family, it sounds like a burden. And you have to think about other people other than yourself. And sometimes that's hard too. I want y'all to know it's never too late to heal. It's never too late to learn. It's never too late to take a new path. It's never too late to pursue your purpose. And I'm going to say this. It has been very interesting with me starting over and taking a new path, because even though I'm doing events still, I'm doing different types of events than I was doing in Vegas. And I love the fact that my events now are a lot more community based. That was something that I wasn't tapped into before. I love having the community come out and being able to mingle and meet each other. I love bringing people together in a different type of way outside of a club, a bar, that type of setting. So all of this has been new for me, but I have enjoyed it. Um, it was hard at first, and I had to go through all of the stages, the anger, the depression, the denial. I had to go through all of that, but it has been an amazing journey, finding out about myself, figuring out what I want to do next. Big Mike, how you doing? Um, it has been very interesting. And I appreciate the people who, every time I've had to start over, have stepped in, have helped me out in some type of way. Because it's a lot of things that people do that are small things that they don't understand, that they do, that are helping me out in a big way. And I hope anybody that is helping me out, I'm finding a way to help you out as well. I try to, at least. Um, Shout out to Danni, my videographer. I actually was having a conversation with Danni today about expanding some of the things we're doing. Danni is a dope videographer. He has made sure that every time he came and covered my events, that I got some of the dopest footage. I've never had to really give him a blueprint on what I needed. It was like he just comes, he gets what I need, he gives it to me in a timely manner. All that type of stuff is appreciated. And I want to be able to take Danni wherever I go. I am really working on that. Like, I want to be able to take my team with me. My bestie, I know she in Arizona now, but yeah, I need to be able to pack her up and take her where I need her to go, because like she was a very, very, very uh what is the word I'm looking for? She was lucrative in my business, yes. But she she played a pivotal part in my business. That's the word I'm looking for. She played a pivotal part in my business. And not just financially, like her presence. She did so many different things. She put on so many different hats. Like, I would like to have my team travel with me, my assistant. I'm working on it, y'all. We praying, we trusting God to make it happen, because I'm telling y'all, like, if I get my team together, y'all gonna see why I was a little more efficient in Vegas, and why things were a little bit better in Vegas. I have one of the most efficient teams. I appreciate my team. And the one thing that I love about my team is none of them started in the industry. Like, none of them were into entertainment, music, none of that stuff. They like learned what they learned from me and kind of helped me grow and grew with me and found their way to get in. Um, Starting over also shows who's really for you and who not. Absolutely. Absolutely. One thing that I promised myself was No matter where I went, no matter what I did, I would always make sure that I was there for my best friends when they needed me, if I could be, because they held me down to an extent that um, I'll forever appreciate, because I wouldn't have been able to do some of the things that I did with my business without them. And I want them to know that I appreciate them. Um, I know he probably watching. I want to give a shout out to Mike too, because pivotal in my career when nobody else was. He was hanging in there, watching me trying to make it happen, supporting me trying to make it happen. So I appreciate like everybody that's been holding it down. Um, but the starting over was just, it was horrible for me in the beginning. But once I learned to grieve those things and let go of the things that I needed to let go of, everything started coming together. And one of my things that I put in here is rediscover who you are. So sometimes when you starting over, you got to remember like what you enjoy, what your values are, what your gifts are, what your calling is, what kind of life you had, grieve it, and decide what kind of life you want to build now. Um, you can't step into a new season while carrying everything from the old one. And that's like, remember the song from back in the day, Erica Badu had Bag Lady. You gotta sit your bags down or you gonna miss the bus. That's kind of that same concept. You have to sit down the things that no longer serve you in this season. And sometimes that includes people. A lot of people don't realize when you elevate, you also have to shed people as you go. Everybody is not supposed to take the route with you. Everybody is not supposed to go with you. No matter how small or how big the situation is, everybody is not supposed to go with you. And over the years, I have learned that and found that to be true. It's a lot of people that I have started things with that I wish I could have went on to build stronger relationships with or better relationships with, and it just didn't work out like that. And I've realized now why they weren't supposed to be on my journey. Um, Sometimes it hurt letting people go, but yeah, everybody is not meant to be on the journey. So you got to create a new vision. Oh wait, let me back up. Release the things that no longer serve you, the bitterness, shame, regret, unhealthy relationships, unrealistic expectations. You got to let all of that go. You got to figure out what kind of life you want to create from here. I'm sorry, y'all, the fire truck going by. Um, you have to stop asking how to get the old life back. The old life is gone, and that's why I keep saying you have to grieve it. You have to create a new vision, and you have to start dreaming again, setting new goals and giving yourself permission to imagine a future that's different from what you've had in the past. So sometimes that includes updating your resume or applying for a job. Sometimes it's going to therapy. Sometimes it's reading a book. Sometimes it's praying, taking a walk, writing a business plan. Um, just whatever you can put your mind to make sure that you're steadily moving forward and not in a stagnant place. And healing very seldomly happens in isolation. So you need to find the right community, people that will encourage growth, that will hold you accountable, that will celebrate your progress, that will tell you the truth in a loving manner, that believe in your future, that believes in your calling, that believes in your dreams. Um, People you can influence while moving forward as well. And this is the biggest one before I get to my closing. Give yourself grace. Give yourself some grace. You don't have all the answers. You won't have all the answers. Sometimes you're going to have to go dig and find them. Some days you are not going to feel hopeful. Some days you're going to be depressed. Some days you're going to feel discouraged. That is okay. Starting straight line, because your path to where you are now wasn't a straight line. It's a journey with highs and lows, unexpected turns, like I said earlier, mountains, valleys, trenches, rivers, lakes. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm going to say this again: God laughs at man's plans. I've always had that in the back of my head because that's something that I've heard, and it seems like that I found to be true. No matter how much you plan, how much you have it together your way, it's never going to go your way. It's going to go the way that God wants it to go. Hello, Maurice. It's going to go the way that God wants it to go. And all you can do is pray and ask that you get the best result and learn what you're supposed to learn out of it. Give yourself some grace. Sometimes God allows us to release what's familiar so that we can receive what's better. Starting over isn't always about losing something. Sometimes it's making room for what's up next. Even when you can't see the whole path, faith gives you courage to take the next step. So I hope everybody enjoyed this topic tonight. Give yourself some grace. I really want to just keep saying that over and over. Give yourself some grace. Know that no matter what age you are, where you are in life, it is not too late to start over. Know that once you lose your identity, it is okay to try to find another path. Don't have a fear of failing. Don't have a fear of the unknown. Don't have a fear of starting over. Grieve where you were, what you lost, and move forward. Grieve it and move forward. Go through your denial, your anger, your depression, accept it and move forward. And it is okay. It is okay to move forward. Hi, Apostle Shaquan. It is okay to move forward after you get through all of that. After you get through all of that. If you like gospel music, you know Donnie McClurkin has a song that says, after you've done all you can, you still stand. Keep going forward, keep standing, keep moving forward. Don't get stuck, don't get stagnant. Don't be in a place where you cannot come back from the setback. This whole topic has been starting over after the setback. One of the hardest things in the world to do. And sometimes you have to start over and over and over and over. And it is okay. It is okay. Like, I felt like for a long time, I was starting over like every 3 years. Literally. And when I say starting over, I mean from scratch. I would seem like I would lose my clothes, my furniture every 3 years. And then it started getting closer and closer and closer. When I was in Vegas, I lost my stuff 2 or 3 times. And yeah, starting over, 3 actually. Starting over each time was something that I hated to do. I look back now, look at all the clothes I lost, and look at all the costumes and all the jewelry and all the stuff, the hats, the dresses, the shoes, the bags. I have a picture in my closet with all the Louis Vuitton bags, like literally all the stuff that I lost. And I had to really sit down and say, you know what? All that stuff is material. It's material. You can get it back. You can get something better. You can replace it. You can not replace it. Literally, I had to like really accept that. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it took me a long time to get over my bags, okay? And I'm still not over my Louis Vuitton backpack. But it took me a long time to get over my bags. But I have a nice bag collection now. They're not Louis Vuittons, but they are name brand. And I have a nice bag collection. Nothing that I probably would have thought a couple years ago that I would have. I have a nice bag collection. Um, I lost my shoes, but let me tell y'all about my shoes. The funny thing is, I can't wear any of those shoes now. Like, not a pair. A lot of them were heels and boots and things like that. I cannot even wear any of that stuff now. So me crying over the spilled milk is not gonna make any difference. Yeah, I had knee surgery. I have not been able to wear a pair of heels in over 6 months now. Even before that, I was wearing heels at a limited edition. So, yeah, I can't even wear heels now. So me crying over them boots ain't gonna do nothing. Um, it's been amazing being back from Vegas. It was hard to accept for a good 2 or 3 years. Um, but it's been amazing being back. Um, I've done some things that I didn't expect I would do. I didn't expect I would have 5 years of the block party under my belt, working on year number 6. I never would have expected in 2023 I would have put together a tour for 10 artists. I never would have expected that. I have been doing some things so out of the box that I'm starting to find my calling, like for real, for real. It is like starting over. You have to lose some things to get some things. I remember, and this is just a brief version. It's a whole story about your hands. And if you have your hands closed and somebody hands you something, you have to open your hand and release something for somebody to put something else in the hand. So if you have both of your hands closed and I'm trying to hand you some money, you either gonna have to let the money go that I'm trying to hand you, or you're gonna have to let go of what's in your hands. And at this point in life, I'm ready to let go of what's in my hands and just let it go and just have my hands free for whatever is coming my direction. Because every time that I think that I've taken a loss, it has led to something amazing. Amazing. And yeah, you just have to accept it. Once you accept it, it seems like the blessings start to flow. You got to accept it though. You got to accept it, grieve it, and let it go. Okay? And that's where we at tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in to Couch Conversations. I'm gonna give y'all my little spiel before I give y'all my closing words. I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. This was something that was really personal to me. So I thank y'all for just letting me talk and rant. And I really was sitting here talking and ministering to myself. So I appreciate y'all for having this conversation with me, and also for using it as a safe space for your comments as well. Shout out to my bestie. I love you and I want you to know I'm proud of you. I know you've had to start over a lot of times just like I have, but you are a dope person and you are so amazing and you pull through it and you make sure that your kids never feel it. And I admire that about you. Um, Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Let's see. The winner of Couch Conversations for tonight is Cash App Games. I'm sorry. Is I think Miss Jerry. I do believe it's Miss Jerry. Hey, Asanati, I was talking about you earlier. I would love for you to sing at my birthday party. That's what I was asking the audience. Do they want to hear Asanati at my birthday party? I would love for you to sing. Can you please call me? Thank y'all for tuning in. Miss Jerry is the winner of Couch Conversations for tonight. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com at The Real Danni Gyrl. You can also search DMEG TV. Now that I'm back out and about, because every time I get ready to start doing something on YouTube, something happens. So now that I'm back out and about, I got my phones and all my little podcast stuff. We're going to start getting out. We're going to start doing some couch conversations live on the scene on somebody else's couch. Anybody that wants me to come do couch conversations on your couch, let me know. That's originally how my show was supposed to go. It was supposed to be everybody's couch. I wanted to be on everybody's couch. So if you're interested in letting me come sit on your couch, please tap in. Let's talk about it. Also, please check out the website, https divinemanagement.weebly.com. You can find everything on the website, whatever you want to know. It has not been updated since the block party, so y'all give me a couple days to update it. I was supposed to do it last week, but I've been dealing with a whole lot of stuff because I took a couple weeks off. Thank you, Asanati. Y'all come check out Asanati at my birthday party. Um, Make sure you RSVP if you want to come to the party. The first 20 RSVPs are free, and everybody else is $20. And the reason I did that is because y'all real good for waiting to the last minute to tell me y'all coming or not RSVPing. So this is how this goes, and I'm gonna put the flyer up for y'all one more time in case y'all missed it. So this is how it goes. The first 20 people that RSVP, your dinner is on me. Okay, your drinks and your dinner is on me, and that's to thank y'all for coming to spend my birthday with me. Everybody after that, you got to pay $20. Okay, covers your food and your drinks, and yeah, okay. The first 20 people is on me, and everybody else, yeah, you're gonna have to get you a ticket and get in where you fit in. Make sure you RSVP and make sure that you bring out that lovely outfit that you haven't worn since your little sister's champagne party or since your pastor's sneaker ball. Make sure you come and bring that dress, that tux that you haven't worn since somebody's wedding, or that suit that you haven't worn since you went to the church formal. Make sure you bring it, okay? Bring it out and look good in it. If you have any topic suggestions or you would like to be on the show, please text me at 702-578-6716. Or you can email me at couchconversationslive@gmail.com. Or you can message me and follow me on Instagram at Couch Conversations Live. I appreciate them follows. Make sure if you watching on YouTube, if you going back and watching the replays on YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe as well. Feel free to drop me a comment in the comments to let me know that y'all was there. I do respond. Somebody's watching because the views is going up. Thank y'all to everybody that ran the views up. I seen how many views were on the Block Party pre-show, and I thank y'all, like, really, really. I seriously do. And if you on YouTube, please subscribe. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. So thank you. Thank you, Apostle Huggins. I appreciate you. And also, I'll be calling you this week. I gotta mail you your souvenir book and your Block Party cup. I gotta get your address. So I'll be calling you in a couple days. Thank you to everybody for watching. I thank you to everybody that supports. I'm not sure who's gonna be on the show next week. I didn't even change the date. I'm not sure who's gonna be on the show next week or what we're gonna talk about. So stay tuned in. I'll let you know in a day or two. And tonight, my closing words. So starting over isn't a sign that you failed. It's a sign that you're choosing growth over staying stagnant. Sometimes life closes one chapter so that another one can begin. The question isn't whether you've experienced a setback. The question is whether you'll let the setback become your stopping point or your turning point. There comes a point in life when we have to stop trying to get our old life back and start creating the life we were meant to have. Maybe this setback wasn't the end. Maybe it was the introduction to the real you and to your calling or to your gift. Don't be afraid of the blank pages. That is where a new story begins. You survived. Now it's time to live. Maybe starting over doesn't mean you're going back to who you used to be. Maybe it means becoming someone you've never had a chance to be. Your setback may have changed your direction, but it doesn't have to determine your destination. Thank y'all for tuning in to Couch Conversations tonight. I appreciate everybody, and I love y'all so much for all the support. Make sure you get your ticket to the birthday party. Make sure that you RSVP to the birthday party. I'm going to have a delicious dinner planned. I'm letting y'all know now. Um, I might cater it myself because if y'all know I can really get down in the kitchen. And yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know. But I'm gonna put the menu together and see how we gonna do the menu because y'all know the last couple times that I had parties, we had Thai food from Koi's, and Koi is no longer there. So I'm trying to decide what I want the menu to be. I want it to be super elegant because I want y'all to come out in y'all best. And all black. Oh, that'll look nice. Yes, all black is always gonna look good. Um, yeah, so I want y'all to come out to the party. Put the flyer up for y'all one more time. One more time, because I don't want y'all talking about y'all missed it. Okay, here we go. My 48 years, okay? If last year y'all know I was in the hospital on my birthday, so I'm really thanking God I'm gonna be out and free and not doped up on this birthday. Saturday, November the 7th at 6 p.m. My house. Please make sure you are dressed for the occasion. Like I said earlier, I got my videographer, photographer coming all the way from St. Louis to capture this event. So I want y'all to look amazing. And the theme is wear an outfit that you've worn once and probably will never wear again. So make sure y'all are there. I appreciate everybody that RSVP. Shout out to Promise. Promise sent the RSVP the day I posted the flyer. So shout out to everybody. But thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all next Thursday. Once again, I am your favorite talk show host, Danni Gyrl, and this is Couch Conversations Live, where nothing's off limits off the couch. See y'all next week. Peace and have a divine night.